Hey everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am making sloppy joes. So you may be thinking, what is a sloppy joe? It is like a hamburger that has a really, it's almost like a bolognese sauce in there. It doesn't really taste like a bolognese sauce. It's kind of got tomato ketchup and onions and peppers and Worcestershire sauce in there. It's really easy to make and really great to serve to kids. They seem to really love them and they're really super simple and super cheap. So that's what Matt and I are having for dinner tonight, and I'm just going to serve them in some brioche buns that I had in the freezer that I got on sale and need to use. So let's get started. In my pan I have about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I'm then going to add in 250 grams of minced beef. You'll see this is the minced beef that I keep in my freezer in my 250 gram packets. I just defrost it like this and put it straight into my meal. If you want to see a video all about how I separate and actually store meat in my freezer and different things in my freezer, I will put an eye in the sky so you can go and check that out and see how you too can save money in your freezer if you haven't already. So I'm going to add that, and then the last thing I'm going to add at the moment is I'm going to add half of an onion. So I'm going to add that, and everything else will be added later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my heat on medium, and put my stove on medium, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the meat brown and the onions become translucent, and once that happens I will bring you back and we can get going with the next part of the Sloppy Joe's journey. Alright, now that our meat is nicely browned and our onion is translucent, I'm going to add, I've got a green pepper that I have chopped. Now these were in my freezer, I just quickly chopped them up. And I've also got my garlic in there as well. And we're just going to give them a quick mix in the pan. The other thing that I'm also going to add is 1/3 of a cup of water. And what that is going to allow us to do is deglaze the pan slightly and raise any of those delicious brown bits off the bottom of the pan and allow the onion and the garlic to cook gently. So we're going to allow those to cook gently for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we will add the rest of our sauce ingredients. Okay, now that our onion and our capsicum or red pepper have nicely become soft, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the rest of my sauce ingredients. So I have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I have 1/3 of a cup of tomato ketchup. I'm going to add a splash of Worcestershire sauce, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. The last thing that I'm going to add is 1/3 of a cup of water. Now what I'm going to let it do is I'm going to let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it to low and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, our sloppy joes are ready. And the only thing that we have left to do, and you probably want to do this a few minutes before your 10 minutes is up, is just put some burger rolls into your oven or into the microwave just to heat through. So I'm using miniature brioche rolls tonight. You can use hamburger rolls, whichever type of roll that you like best. The one thing that I did forget to tell you to do is just add some ground pepper. So I'm just going to give a few sprinklings of black pepper. So after about 10 minutes, you'll see that the sauce starts to thicken. You want to thicken the sauce so that it's nice and thick and glossy, but you don't want to thicken it so much that you actually remove all of the sauce. The whole purpose of a sloppy joe is to have a really nice meat sauce. So how I'm going to serve these up is I've got some potato chips, and then I've got my bread rolls, my brioche bread rolls. So Matt's starting off with 3 tonight, and I'm just going to grab some meat sauce and just lay it over my bun bottoms. And you can add as much or as little meat sauce as you like. So I've added in his meat sauce, and then I'm just going to cover up the buns with their tops. And these are ready to go and be enjoyed. So I hope you like this. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it. And I will see you next time on Do It Frugal. As always, if you like my channel, please consider subscribing, like, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.